Hello, my fellow makeup enthusiasts. Welcome back to my perfectly healthy expression of makeup enthusiasm. My name is Lainey, and today I'm going to try something that I never thought I would do. I'm going to attempt to film a get ready with me. Now, this isn't going to be a particularly chatty get ready with me where I just talk about my life. I'm not quite ready to do that yet, but I am going to try to heavily feature Colourpop products because I have acquired quite a few new Colourpop products in the time that I have been away from YouTube. And so some of them I like, some of them I don't. I'm gonna try to show you most of the new stuff. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like in case you're wondering about it, and just to give you an idea of what I think about it. So first and foremost, I'm gonna get my hair out of my face. My face is clean, but I still have a little bit of eyelash glue residue on my eyes from last night. I was very tired when I took my makeup off last night. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Mascara Melt Off. This is a product that I don't really hear people talk about very much, but I swear by it. I have repurchased this probably 5 times because it works so well just to get either eyeliner or mascara. I basically use it to get eyeliner and eyelash glue residue off. I don't really use it to take mascara off, but man, it works. Because of this little wand, it works so incredibly well. And voila, we have a slightly cleaner slate. So I'll do my eyes first, and I'm going to prime like I like to do with the Colourpop Jelly Much Shadow. I'm using Perfectly Wretched. This is from the Disney Villains collection. And I'm gonna be a filthy animal and just put it on with my finger. And I learned the hard way to thoroughly clean off your fingers if you are like me and you like to apply glitter products with your fingers. If you do not and you like to apply other makeup products with your fingers, as I do, you will accidentally turn your face into a disco ball. I have done that many times. I always put on liner first, and then I do my eyeshadow, and then I put on more liner. So what I'm using right now is the Kat Von D Lash Liner. So what this does is it intensifies the lash line, which is really what eyeliner is intended to do anyway. And what I'm doing is I am just stamping it along the lash line. And it's liquidy. I almost said it was very liquidy. It's not very liquidy, but it will kind of seep in between your lashes and really make that lash line stand out, which helps because I'm gonna put on falsies later, so it's gonna help to kind of conceal the lash band. And also I think it looks pretty when your lash line is nice and dark and defined. And as you can see, this eyeliner is very imprecise, and I don't care about it being precise at this point. In fact, I want it to be a little bit smudgy because I'm gonna put eyeshadow on, I'm gonna put fake lashes on, and then I'm going to go over it with liner again, and I will try to be more precise with that liner. But it always still ends up looking a little bit smudgy. So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to pull from this Build Your Own palette from Colourpop. So I had so much fun building this little palette. I had so many different configurations that I went through, and I landed on this one, and I'm happy with it. I really am. So I'm going to actually start with the shade called Prowlin. Yeah. And I do have Colourpop brushes, but I'm going to start with the Storybooks Cosmetics brush that I got for my birthday from my sister, and it is completely clean. It's just stained because I love my hot pink eyeshadow. And we all know that that stains. So I'm gonna take Prowlin, and I'm just gonna use that kind of as a base. I don't always use a base, but I'm in the mood to have a base today. And next I'm going to take a Sigma E20. I'm going to dip into this shade called 143, and I'm gonna use that in the outer V. We're gonna get it nice and coated. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I am blind in my left eye. So when I'm putting on makeup, if I close my right eye completely, I can't see a damn thing. And so it's really good to have one of these little brushes that can really get in this crease right here, because I will never close my right eye completely. And I know that logically what I should do is just not close my left eye to try to get my eyes even, but man, I just want to close that eye because it's so much easier. But I have heard professionals say that it is actually better to do your makeup with your eyes open, because your eyes are going to be open most of the time anyway. Oh, and I'm also taking this color along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the Sigma E45 and kind of just blend this out. And now I'm going to go into this orange shade called Chauffeur, and I am going to spray this brush because this is a shimmery shadow, and I'm going to try to pack this on the lid. Now I've reached that point where I feel like I have packed on too much eyeshadow, and as you get older, when you pack on too much shadow, it really enhances the texture of your eyelid, so you want to be really careful about that. And now for the slightly scary part, I'm going to go in with some pressed glitter. I did get some pressed glitters a while back, and I did not like the single pressed glitters with the exception of one. This one is called Get Lost. And I have used this glitter before, and it's fine. It performs a lot more like the glitters in the Sweet Talk palette. So we're just gonna put it right in the middle on top of the orange. Ooh, there's a big ass chunk right here. Woo, scary. Okay, I'm gonna use the Elder Wand and try to clean up my lashes just so that I don't get glitter in my eye. I never have, but I don't want this to be the first time. Gotta clean this up. And I'm going to take one of my Harry Potter brushes, and I'm going to use the highlighter that I got in the Build Your Own palette for my inner corner highlight. This one is called Here Kitty Kitty. And when I do my inner corner highlight, I look at where the light is actually hitting it, and that's the only part that I highlight. I don't actually wrap it all the way around my eye. All right, that's not very poppin', but we're not going for poppin' today. And I am going to line my waterline with a Colourpop lip liner called Whatchamacallit, and this is like a denim blue. I really like this as eyeliner. And I've noticed that most of the YouTubers that I watch do liner and lashes off camera, so I'm going to do the same thing, and I will be back in 1 second. And liner and lashes are on. I am wearing the Sugarpill lashes in the style Lullaby. I heard Betty Jean talk about these, and she was saying that they weren't quite as dramatic as she's accustomed to, and I so appreciate it when YouTubers say something that might possibly be construed as negative, but they just explain why they maybe like something else a little bit better than what they're talking about at the moment, because I like my lashes slightly dramatic, not super dramatic. And so I ordered a pair based on her recommendation, based on her slight complaint that turned into a recommendation for me. So I always love it when that happens. Anyway, I did put a little bit of Piggy Bank by Colourpop on my top lash line, but I had black eyeliner on before, so it's not going to be as poppin' purple as it would be without the black, but I actually really like the combination of black and purple. And then I went ahead and pre-primed my lower lashes with the, where is it? The new Milk Kush Lash Primer. I love this stuff. This has replaced Lancome as my holy grail lash primer. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Colourpop mascara on the lower lash line in the shade Mind Blown. This is the blue. And one little complaint that I have about the Colourpop mascara is that the wand is enormous, and I think a lot of us who like to wear colored mascara like to wear it on the lower lashes. So what I do is I get these little silicone lash spoolies from J.Cat Beauty. They're really cheap. I can't remember how cheap they are, but I think they're $2 or $3. I'm gonna take this really tiny little spoolie and use it instead of the big fat spoolie that comes with the Colourpop mascara. Okay, so we are done with the mascara on the lower lashes. I normally wouldn't wear this much mascara on my lower lashes, but I did want to showcase Colourpop as much as possible. And since I'm wearing falsies, the lower lash line, not lash line, but the lower lashes were my only option. So hopefully this is showing up. Okay, before I start on my face, I'm gonna complain just a little bit. I'm going to show you guys the Colourpop blush sticks and the highlighter sticks. These are not bad, but I don't love them. So this is the shade that I really like. It's called Flamenco, and it's a really nice, pretty pink. I'm gonna try to swatch it on my arm. You can probably, yeah. See, it shows up really well. It swatches really well on the arm. So then I'm gonna put this shade on this cheek, and I'm gonna put it on with my fingers because that's how I put on cream blushes. And I do like that kind of dolly cheek look, so I really pretty much just concentrate on the apples of my cheeks. So here we go. Do you guys see how much that shears out? And it's almost, I don't know, it's almost like it goes on patchy. And maybe you're not supposed to use your fingers, but that's how I like to do it. Let me grab a brush and see if that helps. Okay, see, to me that just took the color off entirely. And I'm not wearing any base right now because I'm gonna take this off. Honestly, because this stuff feels so oily when I put it on my face. The normal cream blush that I use all the time from Tarte doesn't feel oily like this. This stuff, I can feel it. It feels oily. And so I can just like feel zits popping up underneath it. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm a big Colourpop fan, but I'm just not a fan of these little stick blushes. And then the other shade that I'm going to show you is called Mini Me. This is more of a glowy blush. It swatches beautifully, and I'm gonna go pretty heavy-handed and put it on my cheek. And then I'm gonna blend it the way I would normally blend my Tarte blush that works beautifully and is a cream blush. And yet again, I'm gonna take a brush and see if it's my application that's wrong. It could be, it's probably just my skin. It's my skin. And I have tried it with base on underneath it, same thing. So the fact that I'm not wearing base makes no difference. It's just not the product for me. I don't dig it. So I'm going to remove this stuff, and then I'm gonna start on my actual face makeup. And I am priming my skin with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. As I have said before, I'm not really sure that primer does anything at all, but this does help to moisturize, and it smells really nice. Did I forget to mention that I did my brows off camera? I mean, I barely do anything to my brows. I just take some orange eyeshadow and fill them in where they're sparse, and then I put some glitter on top of them, so it's not interesting. For bronzer, I'm a little bit unconventional. First of all, I'm using blush as bronzer. This is the Under Construction blush from Colourpop, and it's called Construct. I always want to say construct, like a psychological construct, but I know that it's construct. It's a verb, not a noun. So I'm gonna put on some pretty heavy-handed contour before I put on my foundation. And this is where my cheeks hollow out, and so this is where I'm putting my contour. Don't you worry, we're gonna blend it out. And for my nose, yeah, I know, be horrified. I use my finger. And now I'm going to go in with my beloved Dior Powder Foundation, and I'm using a Sephora brush. This is the Pro Slanted Buffing Brush. And I'm gonna clean off the bronzer. Now, whenever I put foundation on, I deliberately avoid the immediate under eye area because I don't want to add any more texture than there already is. And I also avoid the sides of my nose because they're so dry right now, and it's just gonna cling to that dry skin and add texture. So we're not gonna put any foundation right there whatsoever. Now for my blush, I'm not going to use my blush wife, to whom I am happily married. I'm actually going to use a Colourpop blush. This one is called Parakeet, and the powder blushes from Colourpop work beautifully. When I looked at this blush online, it looked like more of a coral blush, but when I got it, it's really more of a pink, and I really love the color. And now I'm gonna use the highlighter that I used for my inner corner highlight. This is called Here Kitty Kitty, and yes, I put highlighter on with my fingers. And when I'm doing my highlighter, I look to see where the light actually bounces off of my skin, and that's the only place that I highlight. I don't really go crazy with highlighter. That's just me. So yeah, this is not my Smashbox, but I like it just fine. And I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush from BH, and I'm just gonna kind of blend everything together. Last of all, I'm going to use the Colourpop Lip Primer. I actually really like this stuff. I don't hear anybody talk about it, but it works well for me. And for lipstick, I'm gonna use the new Colourpop Lip Crayons Just a Tint in the shade Chimichanga. Now this stuff I really like. It wears well. It stinks. It smells like cat piss. How did nobody notice that? Maybe it's just me, but to me, this smells like straight up cat piss. Like if I were going on a date and I were reasonably certain that I'd be kissing the dude by the end of the night, I would not wear this because I would not want a hot, kissable guy to smell cat piss when he went in to kiss me. And here you have it. Not quite a full face of Colourpop, but mostly Colourpop. And I'm really happy with the majority of the products that I've tried from Colourpop. I forgot to bitch about this So Juicy plumping lip gloss. I tried it, man, I hated that stuff. It smelled really great, unlike the cat piss lip crayon thingy that looks good but smells, you know, like urine. The So Juicy smelled minty. It had a really nice flavor, but I hated the way it felt. It was too thick for my liking. I like my lip glosses to be not like thin. I do like a little bit of gloop in my lip gloss, but it was too much for me. I did not like that. But I'm really loving this Parakeet blush. I like all of the new shadows that I've tried. I like this highlighter. It's not my Smashbox Soulmate highlighter, but it's nice. I'm still liking the colored mascara, the blue mascara. Still love the Puppy cream gel liner, or is it creme gel liner? It looks like it's French. It looks like it's creme gel, but I say cream gel because I'm American. Sorry if that's offensive. Let's see, what else did I use today? Oh, the Jelly Much shadow. Still love that to prime my eyes. My eyeshadow stays in place so well when I put a base of Jelly Much on before I start that. And then, yep, really liking the Sugarpill Lullaby lashes, and I think that is it. So that wraps it up for today. My very first Get Ready With Me. What did you guys think? Was I awkward? I feel like my personality wasn't really coming through because I'm not nervous, but it's just it's different. It's something very different for me. It's not something that I'm used to doing. So I wouldn't say that it was nerve-wracking for me. I would say that it's just weird for me to be putting makeup on in front of the camera, feeling like I should be talking my way through it because I'm usually just silent when I'm putting my makeup on. If somebody comes in and tries to talk to me when I'm putting my makeup on, I'm like, hang on. Yes. So this was weird for me, but I think it's doable. I think I have a setup that actually allows me to put on makeup on camera. So if this comes out well when I'm doing the editing, I know it's not gonna be like good, but if it comes out okay, then I'm gonna definitely do more videos where I'm actually putting on makeup on camera. What the heck? I actually did it. So I'm feeling really happy about that. So as always, thank you so very much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Very special shout out to you if you are watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, stay adorably obsessed with makeup.